Welcome everybody, it's Crazy Ox. Thank you for tuning in to another Destiny 2 weekly reset video. We are just going to jump right in here, but you can tell I have been grinding on that Solstice armor. I still need my Trials wins and Pit of Heresy. But boy, what a grind, but I think it's worth it. It's some pretty dope armor. But honestly, the white glow may even look a little bit cleaner, a little bit cooler than the elemental glow in my opinion. So alrighty, without any further ado, let's jump right in. Per usual, we have the big 4 bounties to do at the tower. You're going to want to knock out your 8 bounties for Gambit, Crucible, Strikes, and the Gunsmith. As well as Hawthorne, you've got your Clan XP rewards, of course. And then you have your Means to an End quest with the Prismatic Recaster. You want to make sure to knock out 2 runs of the Contact event and then get your Umbral Traces collected so that you can jump into the Interference mission and get that all knocked out in an orderly fashion. But the Taken boss for the Contact event this week on IO is going to be the Taken Monstrosity, so you'll want to just make sure you destroy the wizards to keep him from regenerating health. Besides that, while we're in the tower, of course up here you've got all your Solstice of Heroes stuff still going on, so make sure if you haven't already to jump in there, talk to Eva, grab your renewed Solstice helmet, complete the EAZ run so that you can get the complete renewed set and then start upgrading that stuff so you can get that sweet armor glow. And then of course you've got the EAZ launcher up there, which today it looks like it is Arc Day. Alright, jumping on over to the moon, as we usually do. We've got all of our Nightmare Hunts pretty bunched together here this week. It looks like Crota, Fogoth, and Dominus Gaul. So make sure to knock out 3 of those for some powerful gear, or if you can pull the Master difficulty, that's 1 piece of Pinnacle. As well, you have the replayable Moon Mission in the Deep. Looks like that's the one where you're going to grab the cryptoglyph, sorry. And then you've got your 2 powerful gear sources as well. You've got the defeating, I believe, 30 nightmares on the moon. You'll most likely end up having to do that anyways because of the 3 tier 5 Altars of Sorrow completions. Then also you've got your Luna's Calling mission to knock out. And while we're on here, just because they're both 2 of the 3 things are here, let's go ahead and say it, even though it's not part of the powerful gear. You've got your Pit of Heresy completion, which you'll, again, need for the Solstice armor anyways. Garden of Salvation for some Pinnacle gear, and then also the Prophecy dungeon for yet another piece of Pinnacle. Besides that, let's see, Flashpoint. Looks like we're going to be over on Nessus this week. Yes, Flashpoint there, and then we've got the Heroic Release Adventure. Besides that, let's go ahead and jump into our Pinnacle sources. So starting off in the Vanguard. It looks like it's going to be a Void Singe this week. So throw on your Void subclass, jump in and knock out 3 strikes with your Void subclass equipped in order to get a piece of Pinnacle gear. Also, you've got the Nightfall Ordeal this week, which is going to be... looks like the Festering Core. I haven't seen that one be the Ordeal in a long time, if at all, honestly. But you'll want to knock out your Master difficulty of that, the 1080 power level, also for the Solstice armor to get that magnificent set. Then besides that, we've got the 3 Nightfall options for the week, which is going to be the Exodus Crash, Savathun's Song, and Warden of Nothing, which of course Savathun's Song is going to be being vaulted. So if you need to knock that out for anything or still need to do the Thorn quest or anything like that, You probably need to knock that out before it's gone, just a reminder. Then in Gambit, you've got your normal 3 runs of either Gambit or Gambit Prime, which I'm pretty sure, again, like I've talked about before, Gambit will be going away next season, or with the expansion, and Gambit Prime will just be staying, I believe. It's going to kind of do a little merger. And then also in Crucible, you've got your 4 core matches for Pinnacle Gear, or your rotator matches for Powerful, which this week is going to be Clash and Lockdown. But yeah, besides all that, you just want to keep grinding on that Solstice armor, try and get that upgraded. You know, make sure to visit Eva if you haven't already to pick up the set and begin the quest steps to start upgrading it and get that glow. Be sure to get everything kind of ready that you need before the season ends. Like I've mentioned before, with everything being vaulted, there's a lot of stuff that if you haven't done it already, you need to get it knocked out before, obviously, you can't anymore. And then besides that, I think the last thing we have to do is just Eververse. So let's jump in here. Now this week, there's actually one of my favorite items I've seen Destiny 2 do in the store. One of my favorite emotes. We finally have a Super Saiyan emote, and it's fantastic. So you can pick that up for silver this week, but from what I've heard, it is going to be available for Bright Dust on September 1st. Then you've got a Solstice of Heroes themed ship here, the Soul Piercer. I might have to pick that up, that looks pretty dope. The Cabana Shell, another one of those summer hats. The Twisty Dance. The Flamingo Ghost Projection, and the One Fell Swoop Sparrow is the daily offering. And you've got another summer hat option here with the Backspin Shell. A Solstice of Heroes themed Sparrow on Gilt Wings. I believe that was in the silver last week, so most likely the ship will be in Bright Dust next week. You got the Silly Handshake. Wow, my cape kind of freaked out there. The Tangerine Gloss Shader. There we go. And then in the full Bright Dust section, you're going to have the Breathe In Exotic Emote. The Shaded Shell. A little bit of a summery feel for you there. The Playground Ride, one of my personal favorites. Yes, I know the Postmaster is completely out of space because of the ridiculous amount of Umbral Ingrams I've been receiving. The Orca Song Shell. An ornament for the Trinity Ghoul. I may have to pick that up. And then one of my favorite ornaments here for the Borealis. It makes it look so much better than the original. Then the Buried Treasure Ghost Projection as well. And then for the rest of the shaders, we already went over the Tangerine Gloss. Vintage Timber was available last week, so you may have already seen that as well, but it basically doesn't do anything to the Solstice of Heroes set because it's kind of the same silver and gold sort of look. The Bruised Blush, I believe, was also available last week. And then the Welded Brass. That looks pretty nice. Alright, well, I believe that is all we have to go over here for the video. But as usual, let me know in the comments below if there's anything that I missed or that you would like me to start going over in the weekly reset updates, besides just kind of the main stuff that I've been covering. And then as well with the vaulting and Beyond Light coming up, just let me know, your opinions. What do you think about the content being vaulted and sunsetting and everything? What do you think are going to be some of the new metas to come into the mix before we get our new Beyond Light weapons and armor. But let's keep grinding. Let's keep waiting for that Traveler's Chosen quest to come to a conclusion closer to the end of the season, because I'm ready to try that thing out. And as usual, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.